Hey guys, sorry. I just wanted to write down like a plan for my next weeks for my studies, and I found something called Goals of My Recovery. And I think I wrote this when I first started. Yeah, it was like in summer 2019 when I think I was actually watching Tabitha Farrar. And so my goals were physically healthy and fit, energized, easy to concentrate, focus, normal hunger cues, eating what my body and mind craves, but the mind was like in brackets, strong mentally and physically, food, yummy fuel, nothing more. Yeah. Personality, bigger than body looks, like the importance of it. Then regulated eating, not caring about what others eat. No binges. Treat emotions with journaling, drawing, crying, not with food. No diet drinks or food. Drink Coca Cola, not the zero version. Drink water, tea, or coffee. Yeah, I think I wrote that when I was in quasi-recovery, like the because it's in different font or different color. That drink water, tea, or coffee. And I actually, my original thought when I was still like watching Tabitha, I was like, no, drink not the zero version, drink the actual version. And then my quasi recovery me, which was like, yeah, be natural, I wrote drink water, tea, or coffee. Forget about calories, really blend out if something is high calories or not. And then never scared of fats, body needs it. Is there more? And those things are things I really agree with still. Wait, okay. Oh no, that's it. Those were my goals, and to be honest, everything is very true now. So the only thing that is with me, but I think I know why, I'm often quite tired, and I'm pretty sure it's because of iron deficiency, but I have to get it checked out. But I think it is because of that. But yeah, I'm otherwise very healthy and fit, I would say. Maybe not the sportiest person at all, but I'm like I can always keep up with the things I do in my day-to-day life. And then maybe not very easy to focus, but I think not worse than other people. And especially if I'm very passionate or like at work, it's easy for me to focus. I don't, but then when I'm studying, I'm struggling, but I think it's a normal thing. Normal hunger cues, yeah. I snack quite a lot, but I think it's just because I'm used to it and I have no problem with it whatsoever. Eating what my body and mind craves, for sure. That's like that was my number one in recovery. What I trained, and I still do it always. And sometimes I struggle because I'm watching like out for money. So sometimes I'm not choosing the option I really want to because it's just a lot more expensive. I have a very expensive taste, sadly. Uh, but then sometimes I choose the more expensive version just because I'm like, girl, food is very important for you. So, yeah. But yeah, I'm pretty much doing it just sometimes because of money. I cannot always choose my favorite option because I eat a lot of takeout because I'm out of the house all the time and I'm really not good at meal prepping. It's just not something I enjoy doing. So, I usually have something on the go. And then strong mentally and physically. I think 100%. I'm very, very balanced. Of course, I have like my little breakdowns, but nothing compared to back then. I'm really very like a happy, balanced person. Sometimes I'm sad over small things that are not very sad, but I think overall I'm a very, very mentally healthy person now. Then food is a yummy fuel, nothing more for sure. I think one of the most relaxed people when it comes to food. Maybe there is more relaxed people than me, but yeah, I don't see it as much more than that. Personality over body and looks. So that my personality is more important. I think so, but to be honest, I am saying to be honest a lot. it is still very important to me what I look like, but for sure not as important. But still, like, I think generally I should be, or I should care less about what I look like, but it's very hard. If people constantly talk about people's appearances, and I try not to do it, but I still end up doing it because I'm also just a person. And when people compliment me or talk about my looks, it's just so hard to not focus on your looks. And of course, I want to feel beautiful and be beautiful, but also I think that's something I have to train a little more to stop putting so much importance on the way I look. And it's what I learned now is not caring too much about what my body looks like. It's more my face, I think, that I care about now. So nothing really to do with eating. More things I cannot change anyway, which is stupid AF. Then regulated eating, not caring about what others eat. Sometimes I still have like this little voice that like cares about what other people eat, but very unoften. Is that a word? Word? Is that a word? I don't know. Sometimes I still compare what I eat to other people, but often or mostly I don't. And then usually maybe sometimes when I'm hungry I care about it, and then once I'm eating I really don't care about it anymore. So yeah, that's just something I generally notice. When I'm hungry, I'm more likely to get weird thoughts. But generally I don't get weird thoughts a lot, like ED related thoughts. But when I do, it's usually because I'm hungry. So yeah. But yeah, no, I don't think about it too much. Often also I think about people, why they seem to restrict themselves. Then no binges, treat emotions with journaling, drawing, crying, not with food. I think during my recovery phase, I learned a lot about myself, and I learned how to feel things again. I think now sometimes I'm a little too obsessed with watching TikToks and like social media, so I'm kind of addicted to social media now, which is what like me treating. If I'm sad or something, sometimes I try to distract myself with social media, which is really bad. So I'm still not 100% there, but I don't have any binges anymore because I just eat enough throughout the day, so I'm not hungry or like having any urges to binge. I just eat normal portions and enough, so I don't end up being very hungry and having to binge. And I think I cry a lot, and I am not scared of crying, also not scared of crying in front of, for example, my boyfriend. I think it's very important that you learn how to, understand yourself. And now I generally have a much better understanding of my emotions and of my personality generally. Then no diet drinks or foods. I'm still like 100% following this rule. I refuse to drink diet drinks or diet foods. Whenever there's an option of that type of drink, even if it's the diet drink or water, I will always choose not the diet version. I don't know. I just refuse to consume any diet version of a food because I just hate the concept. It's just so stupid. But yeah, except you're diabetic or any other real incentives of why you shouldn't eat fat, or I mean diabetic is only sugar, but you know what I mean. So no, I do or never do the diet version. I always do the normal version or not at all. Then forget about calories, really blend out if something is high calories or not. Yeah, I can proudly say I don't know. Even if, I mean, I could probably recall more or less. No, actually, no. For example, I have no idea how much calories, for example, bread has. No idea. Because I really, 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 and I can I swear to you, I don't think about calories. The only thing I think about is when I'm feeling hungry, or sometimes I think about if I have eaten enough, but I don't think in calories. I just think about like how often and if it was enough, like big portions or not. And then I try to say, okay, I should eat something now to like, that I get more food in. But that's really the only thing. Other than that, about calories, really, I don't think about calories. I really learned that if your body is hungry or wants something, it's because it needs it. And if I eat something, my body knows how much it needs and it wants. And I just have a full trust in my body of how much to eat. It's so stupid to try to calculate something. I don't know, like so many trends and research is so unnecessary because in the end, like our body really knows what it needs and wants. And you should just trust your body in that, especially something like that. Everyone's so individual and does such different activities and has a different set of genetics and whatever. It's like you cannot say you need to eat that and that amount of calories for that and that weight. No, it doesn't work like that. So I completely trust my body in what to eat and I don't overthink it. I don't calculate anything. I don't remember how many calories whatever has. No. I really can now blend it out. Or I blend it out naturally. I don't know how many calories things have. And I'm finally never scared of fats. Body needs it. I am the opposite, I swear to you. But that changed weirdly very quickly in my recovery. Like, I remember I was so scared of fats when I first started recovery. But then even in my quasi recovery, I was actually trying to eat more fats because I realized I would get satisfied and full very quickly with fats. And even now, sometimes I even am scared of something not having enough fats because I feel like my body really works well with a lot of fat. Sometimes I try to add extra olive oil or extra things, and back then that was a deal breaker. I was so scared and I would cry if my mom would try to put, for example, I'm partly Spanish, and Spanish people, we love olive oil. We're obsessed. We're like Italians or any other Mediterranean folks. We love olive oil so much. So for example, if we rarely do potatoes, but if we do, we also always put olive oil on top. Always. Or whatever. Like my grandma, if she makes broccoli, she will always put olive oil on top. Whatever. It's just like for the taste. We put olive oil. And back then, when I was in my ED and my family would do it, I would be so mad. I think I would actually start crying a few times because they would put olive oil without asking me. Oh my god. And I would claim it on me not liking the taste or whatever stupid excuse I had, but I was just so scared of the calories, which is unbelievable now. I actually sometimes putting extra olive oil and stuff. I don't know, it's just so funny. Think about how much I changed since I wrote that journal entry. It's incredible. But yeah, I highly recommend for you to write down your goals. And then also sometimes I would do like updates. For example, like a year later, I wrote a whole list of what has changed, how happy I am. For example, I wrote I got my period, even very often. I'm pretty healthy except for blah blah blah. Then I'm mostly okay at concentrating. Hunger cues are more normal, but I still struggle mentally, blah blah. And all of that I wrote 1 year later in 2020.